Oh yeah. What's up, y'all? Good morning. Y'all know what's up. It's the Keep It P podcast where we take news situations, everyday occurrences, and indeed we show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P. And if y'all have not been paying attention, um, they done shot down 4 objects in the last 8 days. And what I'm finna say real quick before we even get started, they said this was coming. This is I don't know. Yeah, I gotta put my tinfoil kufi hat on. But this is Operation Bluebeam. They talked about this where they was gonna make, spectacles happen in the sky and some big, you know, uh, 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 manufactured event, some big visually manufactured event is to happen where everybody is supposed to unite over a one world government and give the powers over to the elite and blah blah blah. So what I would say is, man, don't fall for the banana in the tailpipe, sir. Okay? There's a lot of bananas and there's a lot of tailpipes that you could fall for. Just try not to fall for the banana and tailpipe there, buddy. All right? It says that the U.S. fighter jet shot down an unidentified object over Lake Huron on Saturday on orders from President Joe Biden. It was the fourth such downing in 8 days and the latest military strike in an extraordinary chain of events over U.S. airspace that the Pentagon officials believe has no peacetime precedent. Part of the reason for the repeated shootdowns is the heightened alert following a spy balloon from China that emerged over the U.S. airspace in late January. General Glen VanHerck, head of the NORAD and U.S. Northern Command, said in a briefing with reporters. Since then, the fighter jets of last week have shot down objects over Canada and Alaska. Pentagon officials said that there posed no security threats, but so little was known about them that the Pentagon officials were ruling out nothing, even UFOs. Now, you see, that's a little. What's up? What up with it? We got SETI at the hidden house. What up, man? Now you hear them slick little words. So they're not admitting to it could be the possibility of we're not ruling out anything, even UFOs. See how they trying to drop the breadcrumbs on you? It's all to get you ready. What you think all these movies is about and all of that. But anyway, there's more. See, this is where I shine because I've been talking about UFOs and aliens forever. But it says, and I quote, "We have been more closely scrutinized our airspace at the altitudes, including enhance our radars, which may least partly explain the increase," said Melissa Dalton, Assistant Defense Secretary for the Homeland Security Defense. U.S. authorities have made it clear that they have constantly monitored for unknown radar blips, and it's not unusual to shut down airspace as a precaution to evaluate them. But then usually assertive response is raising questions about whether such use of force was warranted, particularly as administration officials say that objects were not of great national security concern and downing them were just out of cautions. So is it a concern? If it wasn't a great security concern, why didn't you just let them be and observe the observer? No, you got rid of them things. And you sitting here trying to tell us, oh, it ain't nothing though. Don't worry about it. It was just some things flying. We had to get rid of them. It really wasn't no concern. It wasn't no concern though. Don't worry about that. Mm-mm-mm-mm. It goes on to say, VanHerck said that the U.S. adjusted its radar so it could track slower objects. With some adjustments, we've been able to get better categorization of radar tracks now, he said. And that's why I think that you're going to be seeing these, plus their heightened sense of alert to look for this information. He added, and I quote, I believe that this is the first time within the U.S. or American airspace that NORAD or the United States Northern Command has taken kinetic action against a airborne object. Is it? Or is this the first time that it happened because of cameras and we could see it and y'all had to admit to it happening? Because I'm sure that there has been other instances that if you're able to cover up, you're able to cover up. But it goes on to say, acts as if officials have ruled out extraterrestrial. Vance said, I haven't ruled out anything at this point. That's the second reference to extraterrestrials, people. These are breadcrumbs. This is how the media talks to you. They can't give it all to you at once. See, they got to sprinkle it, and they still ain't said that that's what they say and that's what it is. I ain't ruling out nothing at this point now. It could be anything. It could be mermaids. It could be Howard the Duck. It could be anything now. I don't know. The Pentagon official said that they're still trying to determine exactly what objects were and said that they were considering using the jets guns instead of missiles, but it proved to be too difficult. They drew a strong distinction between the 3 shots down over this weekend and the balloon from China. So, to be clear, it was a balloon from China that they saying, and then 3 other things that they not really saying. Minnesota Governor Tim Walz tweeted that the airmen in the 148th Fight Wing and an Air National Guard fighter unit in Duluth shot down an object over Lake Huron. Oh, up by the spot, huh? It said extraordinary air defense activities began in late January when the white orb, the officials said from China. We ain't talking about the China one. We don't want to know about that. Said hovering over the nations for days, blah, 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 planned out over the live stream. Many Americans have been captivated by the drama. Yeah, because that's the one that we could see. What about the other ones, though? The latest brought down first detected in Saturday evening over Montana, but it initially thought to be anomaly. Radar picked it up again Sunday, hovering over Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and then it was over Lake Huron. Pentagon officials said Sunday the U.S. and Canadian authorities had restricted some airspace over the lake earlier Sunday as planes were scrambled to intercept and try to identify the object. According to a senior administrative official, the object was octagonal with strings hanging off, but had no discernible payload. It was flying low about 20,000 feet, said the officials. But 20,000 feet's not low. That's like a mile up in the air. See, they talking to y'all like that, but that's pretty darn high. That's like even way too high for most man-made capabilities. Like, you can't get no drone up there. You can get that's a weather balloon or something like that. You tripping because I said mermaids? Listen, man. Get ready. Just listen to the coded language. I've been talking about these hybrid people for a long time. What? I stand corrected. That's like 4 miles. I know, like 20,000. What? A mile is like. Well, let me go back to what the true calculations on that there was. It said 20,000 feet. Said officials who spoke to Associated Press conditions of anomaly to discuss sensitive matters. Meanwhile, U.S. officials are still trying to precisely identify 2 other objects shot down by F-22 fighter jets, and they were determined whether China was responsible or concern escalated about Washington said Beijing's large-scale area surveillance program. An object shot down Saturday over Canada's Yukon was described by the U.S. officials as a balloon significantly smaller than a balloon the size of 3 school buses. What? A balloon significantly smaller than a balloon the size of 3 school buses. Ain't no balloon the size of 3 school buses, fam. Like, what are you talking about? That's exactly what it said. Do you get, hold on, man. Because sometimes y'all don't be thinking out. I'll be trying to read the right way. It say, object shot down Saturday over Canada's Yukon was described by U.S. officials as balloons significantly smaller than a balloon the size of 3 school buses. So the other balloon, they saying, I guess the China joint was way bigger than that. And this little one that they calling little is the size of 3 school buses. It was hit by a missile on February 4th. Flying object brought down over a remote northern coast of Alaska on Friday with more cylindrical and described it was more cylindrical, so cinder like, described as the type of airship. Oh, they playing games, y'all. They playing games. Airship, that's hell of a description there. Airship. Come on. Come on, my guy. And for the record, was 5,280. I just got to know for the record. It goes on to say it's almost over, y'all. But just let's I ain't finna let them wiggle out of this. It said both were believed to have a payload either attached or suspended to them, according to officials who spoke to the Associated Press on the conditions of anonymity to discuss ongoing investigations. Officers were not able to say who launched the objects and were seeking to figure out their origin. So they know who did it and where they came from. It said the 3 objects were much smaller in size. The difference they keep saying smaller in size, but as they alluded to, the size of 3 school buses is not small in size, which also insinuates or begs the question, was the China balloon even bigger? And then how the hell do you get a damn blimp in the country without nobody figuring it out? Anyway, 3 objects were much smaller. The difference in appearance was flew at lower altitudes than the suspected spy balloon, which fell in the Atlantic Ocean after the missile strike. Officials said that the other 3 objects were not consistent with the fleet of the Chinese aerial surveillance balloons and targeted that targeted more than 40 countries, stretching back to the Trump administration. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer told ABC this week that U.S. officials were working quickly to recover the debris and using shorthand to describe objects as balloons, she said, but the military and justice officials were focused like a laser on gathering accumulative information and then compiling a comprehensive analysis. The bottom line is, until a few months ago, we didn't know about the balloon, Schumer, Democrat from New York, said. Our program and the administration is linked to People's Liberation Army and China's military, and it is wild. We don't know. 8 days ago, F-22 jets down a large white balloon that is word over blah, 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 blah. I just said that. China's foreign ministry said that the unarmed balloon was a civilian meteorological airship that had blown off course. I tell you what's blown off course. That's the people y'all chose to get this little hate crime to, cuz. Y'all gave them the hate crime, cuz. That's what you doing. Hold on, we got good comments over here. What you say? It says airplanes fly at 30,000 to 36,000 feet. Certified maximum altitude is typically slightly higher. Most commercial airlines have a certified maximum altitude of 40 to 50,000 feet, which was exactly my point. Thank you so much, Mr. Blackman. That ain't nothing. That to get up there, fly for that at that altitude, that's governmental or them extra other people's. And it say, for the record, 528 feet is a mile. So they was a lot of miles up, basically. Thank you for that. Jeez Louise. It said you ship balloons, deflate, and then inflate it after it arrives. I don't know. Did they call in the air balloon ship? No, did nobody. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no balloon got off no course all the way over in America. I don't care what down drift, wind cycle, air tunnel, weather pattern you was riding. Come on, man. El Nino? Come on, man. So basically, all right, let's recap. What did we learn here today, kids? Hold on, let me get this last paragraph out so you know what's going on. It says, then on Friday, North American Airspace Defense Command had combined U.S.-Canada organization to provide shared defense and airspace over the two nations, detected a shot down and object near sparsely populated Deer Horse, Alaska. Later that evening, NORAD detected a second object flying at high altitude over Alaska, U.S. officials said, and it crossed into Canada airspace on Saturday and was over the Yukon, which is a mountain range, in a remote territory. It was ordered. You know what? This sounds like a movie I just watched. Did y'all see Nope? This sounds eerily to a movie that I just watched. Like, if y'all ain't seen Nope, I might have to do a review on that. But if y'all seen it, get in the comment section and let me know. But this sounds just like the movie, man. And in the movie, without doing a spoiler alert. But the black man is always the sanest, rationalist, navigated us through the worstest of times is person. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all right now. Don't be surprised, man. Don't think that you ain't been seeing E.T. and Alf and Mork and Mindy and that one alien on American Dad and just Futurama and don't think. Even Vicky, Small Wonder, y'all remember Small Wonder? Vicky, she was a robot from outer space, little kid. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember the other movie, the other one where the girl used to do like this and the time stop? Like, they had all type of little alien kid shows for us when we was a kid, and still do. They like full blown alien now. Get in the comment section. Let me know what you think about that. It says the case has increased diplomatic tensions between the U.S. and China in relations about the exit of Beijing's American surveillance and prompting days of criticism from the Republican lawmakers about the administration's response. Oh, they're trying to make this shit political when y'all really literally just skipped and danced over, we got full blown aliens out here. I've been knew it. I ain't surprised. I'm telling y'all that now. I already knew. I've been on this. But let me know if that's what y'all, man. I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being on code. And I got 4 words for you. It is with the peace. All type of blessings now. All type of them. All type of blessings and maloha. And guess what? I'm out to Doha for sure. You already know how, cuz. For real. Take these commercials, Jack.
Andra Blackwood for Hot Lava Music TV. First off, let's get this straight. I only want a boss. And I like to see a boss and boss shit. Where can you get boss shit, you ask? Well, dig this player. Boss 3 NT Clothing got that drip for you and your missus. Now first, go follow at Boss 3 NT Clothing on IG to see more real boss shit. And second, please log on to boss3ntclothing.com. That's boss3ntclothing.com.
We need to go out here and say exactly what we want. And we got to say it with our chest. And we kind of start pussyfooting around, and we got to stop being scared to say exactly what we want, what we need. We need that paper. Say it with your chest. Damn all that. We need justice. We need y'all to love us. No. We don't need that paper. We need reparations in the form of a check. Let's stop being afraid to say it.